Hi there, it's Hillary and welcome back for another Creative Faith video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing a flip through of my Take Root devotion book from 2018. So this is the original Take Root book and this is what it looks like now. So you guys can find this devotion book on Amazon if you just want the devotion book. You can also find a whole Bible journaling kit for Take Root available in my Etsy shop. The devotions are the same from what was in here, so you can find the same great devotions all about plants and growing in the Bible. And then there are also a few printables that you can get in my Etsy shop. You can get the devotions as a printable as well as a coordinating ephemera kind of artwork elements that go along with it. So I will link all those things in the description box below. I have a flip through of this devotion book that I'll link below as well as an unboxing of the kit. So this video is meant to kind of give you guys some ideas and inspiration. This book looks a little bit different. It has a different font at the top and whatnot, but it'll give you guys some ideas on how you can work through this. And then I also have a few entries in my journaling Bible as well that are where the point is just to give you guys some inspiration on how to work through the newest Take Root kit. So like I said, I launched the Take Root, the original Take Root devotion kit in 2018. And so we're just going to do a little flip through. I ended up working through 6 of the 12 devotions in here. So this one is the harvest. The order in here is a little bit different than what's in here. But like I said, the same topics and devotions, only one kind of drastically changed. So I use this little leaf stamp to make this little wreath, which I think looks really pretty. Thinking about the harvest. This one, I love how this one turned out. This is collage paper from Tim Holtz, and it is so beautiful. I originally saw it on Lindsay, her YouTube channel is Lindsay Decor. She showed using this, and I thought, this is so beautiful. So use it with gesso, and then I watercolored on top of it, and I just think it looks so beautiful how it just kind of blended into the page. And then I used some Distress Oxide inks on top to give it kind of an aged look as I was journaling about how Jesus met in the garden with his disciples. And so I really love this collage paper, and I'm excited to use it as I am working through this one as well. Next, this was an Instagram live that I did with my friend Gail. Her Instagram handle is Patio Ponderings, and this is one of the images that comes with the kit. It's also available in the digital elements, and I love it. This little succulent, I think it looks so pretty. And then for the top, I used watercolors and kind of let them drip down the page, and I think that looks really, really pretty. As I was just kind of reflecting about leaning towards the light and the light of the Lord. So that's a really cool technique for you to try. This one I started but didn't finish. I think this looks really pretty too. I just use a black pen to make these little flower images, and then used a big brush marker on top of it, which I need to pull those out again. I hardly ever use them anymore, but they are a really great tool. So this would be neat to do on a Bible page or in your new Take Root book. This one was a fun one, thinking about planting and the Proverbs 31 woman. So I love that passage of the Bible. And so Proverbs 31:16 says, she considers a field and buys it with the fruit of her hands, plants a vineyard. And so I used this little journaling card that I had and used some different stamps and blue watercolors. So that's really pretty. This was a very, very fun one. I actually made this little triangle stamp using an eraser. So I took like an eraser from the Dollar Tree and asked for a stamp carving kit for Christmas one year. But I was too nervous to use like the nice block pad it comes with. So I was like, well, let me try it out on an eraser. And so I made these little triangles and used it as a stamp. So that's kind of a fun technique to use an eraser block and a stamp carving tool to create some fun abstract designs. And then for the background, I used the same big brush markers, but I put them on a baby wipe and smeared it on the page. And then the purple is watercolors. I think that looks really pretty. And then this is a card that my mom got. So she got me this whole set. Let's see if I can find it. Of succulent and flower note cards. So I'm going to need to pull these out and use them. They're really, really pretty. I love how it looks like a Polaroid picture. I think that's really neat. So I'm definitely going to have to use those in the new Take Root book as well. And then did some journaling underneath it. A little prayer. And then lastly, I used that same collage paper from Tim Holtz. I used it on this last page too. You can tell I really love it. And I used some embossing powder, which looks really neat, and did some embossing and did some watercolors in the background and journaled about what it means to be a seed planter. And I think I have some process videos, maybe for this one and maybe for this one on my YouTube channel. So I'll go back and look through and link any process videos I have in the description box below. So here's my journaling Bible. In this journaling Bible, I only use Creative Faith printables and products. So that's kind of fun. Let me know in the comments if you'd ever like to see a flip through of this. It is the King James version, which I don't love, but it's full of really precious memories of time spent with the Lord. So this is one that I did with this plant imagery, and these are my printable prayer phrases, and I'll link that printable in the description box below. And I said, my heart is overrun with weeds. Plow it, break them up, change me, and make me more like you, so good seed can grow. So that was a really pretty page and prayer based off of the devotion content and Take Root. All right, next, I made this beautiful image based off of this verse that says, his splendor was like the sunrise, rays flashed from his hand where his power was hidden. And so this beautiful watercolor image of a sunrise, and then this cute little tab. And I love how that looked, thinking about just the majesty of the Lord and his light. So that's a fun one. And then this one I actually did not do based off of Take Root. I created this page before I had even finished writing Take Root, but I wanted to share it with you guys because I think it's a really cool idea. And so I think I have a process video for this page. So what I did was I pressed flowers, and then I used gesso. I glued them to the page and then covered the page in gesso. And so these are real pressed flowers that are on the page. And so this would be a really neat technique to do in here. It's based on Matthew 6, which is one of the devotions in here. And so this would be a really, really neat technique to do in your devotion book or journaling Bible. And then lastly, I love how this one turned out. I use that same succulent image. You can tell it's one of my favorites from from this one. And I love this big, bold statement that says, I am a seed planter, based off of 1 Corinthians 3:6. I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. And so just a great reminder that we are called to plant seeds for the Lord, but He's the one that makes them grow. So that is some ideas and inspiration for you all on working through your new Take Root devotion book. I'm so excited to get these in your hands. And again, if you're watching this video and the physical kits are sold out in the Etsy shop, I'd encourage you to pick up the devotion book on Amazon, free Amazon Prime shipping. Or maybe you live outside of the US, you can pick up the printable version of the devotions and create your own devotion book for personal use. So God has so much He wants to teach us about growing, and He wants to use His word to grow our relationship with Him. So definitely check out my playlist in the description box below for Take Root, where you can see all sorts of videos and encouragement. And be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you don't miss out on any Creative Faith videos. I'll also link down below the link to our Creative Faith Facebook group. So this is a really awesome group where you can see other people's pages and processes as they're working through the kit as well. So I will see you guys next time. Bye!